History is not only written by the victors, it is edited by them, rewritten, adjusted, refined, entire chapters removed, without leaving visible traces. Entire civilizations have vanished. Most left ruins, fragments, names carved into stone, echoes of language. But some left nothing. No monuments, no records, no memory. This is shadows of history. Archaeologists have found cities with no names, structures standing in silence, unclaimed, unidentified, tools with no cultural origin, artifacts that do not match any known civilization. Not destroyed, not lost, deleted. The first signs did not appear as ruins, not as structures, but as inconsistencies. Subtle at first, easy to overlook. Maps that skipped entire regions, blank spaces where detail should exist, timelines with unexplained gaps, years missing, events implied, but never recorded. Then came the discoveries. Ruins emerging from beneath layers of earth, hidden not by distance, but by omission, advanced in design, engineered with precision, symmetrical layouts, structured planning, evidence of systems, yet culturally anonymous. No inscriptions, no names, no language, nothing to identify who built them or why. The engineering suggested centralized authority, coordinated effort. The materials implied logistical networks, trade, transport, organization on a large scale. The size of these sites required governance, hierarchy, decision-making, and yet, no record of leadership exists. No kings, no councils, no symbols of power, as if authority itself had been erased. Civilizations do not disappear this completely by accident. Not without trace, not without resistance. One theory suggests systematic destruction. Records burned, monuments dismantled, names forbidden. A deliberate removal of identity, a cleansing of history. Another theory proposes a catastrophic event, not natural, but controlled, a reset, after which the past was intentionally rewritten, a line drawn, everything before it removed. A more controversial theory suggests something else, that the civilization was erased to protect something, not the people, but what they knew, knowledge. Fragments of recovered artifacts show signs not of decay, but of removal. Libraries that once existed, now empty, shelving structures intact, but nothing left behind. Tools missing from workshops, not broken, not abandoned, taken, as if someone arrived later, with purpose, knowing exactly what to look for, what to remove, what to leave, because what remains is not random. conversation can be erased as precisely, as completely, then how secure is our own? How much of what we believe to be history is only a fraction, a selection? Perhaps history is not a record of everything that happened. Perhaps it is a record of what was allowed to remain, what was permitted to be remembered, and what was not, because absence leaves patterns.